Okay. Leave this page. Let me just go ahead and share this live broadcast in Alpha Female Sisterhood. So let me see. Okay, let me share this. Share on my timeline. All right, I think I've shared everything. So, hey everyone, welcome. I'm gonna just kind of get situated for a second. I have my phone so I could see everyone's comments here. Welcome. Oops, turn the volume down. So there's a little, maybe like 3 to 5 seconds of lag. So if you are watching this video on my personal page or Alpha Female Sisterhood, I recommend that you watch it on my business page because that's the only way I'll know if you're commenting or asking a question. So here we go. So today I want to talk to you about 3 things you must have before you launch your first group course. So this broadcast is ideal for people who are in a field of coaching or teaching or some type of a training. So it could be fitness professional, holistic health coaches, nutritionists, business coaches, anyone who is in a position to launch a course or program that's for a group. So group course or program is a great way to really leverage our business because, you know, for people who can't pay our one-on-one rate, so usually the pricing will be a little bit lower, and so you could get people to actually experience working with you, and then you could have multiple people sign up for the program, so you spend same amount of time but you get more people to, you know, join your program and learn from you or work with you. So it's a great way to expand our business. So what I see a lot is people really get great inspiration, and you hear a lot from entrepreneurial world that, you know, they create a program and launched it and now have this passive income and making all this money. So everybody's like really excited to start their group course. But this thing is what I tell a lot of people, like, you know, just because you create a group course, hey Courtney, just because you create a group course doesn't mean you're going to sell it. So there's an old movie called The Field of Dreams. It's like Kevin Costner. It's an old movie. It's a movie where he's like a farmer and then he like hears a whispers, like the universe or whisper hears like, if you build it, they'll come. So he built a baseball field, right? He builds a baseball field in the middle of cornfield. And then the whole movie is all this like old baseball players come in and start playing baseball. So the analogy that a lot of people in our field like to use is, you think if you build it, they'll come. But if you build it, they won't come unless you have these things together. Or if you build it, they might not come. So these are the 3 things I want you to share with you. And these are the 3 things that, in my opinion, that you need. It may be different from other business coaches or business consultants you talk to, but these are 3 things you must have before you launch your group program or group course. Number 1, you need to have differentiation of what makes you different, right? So what makes your program unique? There's so many business coaches out there, right? So many intuitive life coaches and business coaches out there. There's so many health coaches out there. There's so many holistic health coaches out there. So what makes you... Harry Potter hardcover. You know, that's the only book that I read in hardcover, Rob. But anyway, so what makes you unique? So you really need to think about what's going to differentiate your program from others. So sometimes it might be you. Like, you are so awesome. You have such a great following. If you show up and say, I'm doing a group program, that's the differentiating factor. Courtney's watching it. Courtney is one of my coaches and a friend, and I follow her. Whatever she launches, I'm like ready to buy, just because I love her energy. I love her passion, and I don't really care what program she does sometimes. And that's like, when you have loyal fan and have a strong differentiating tribe, yeah, that could be a differentiation. But what else, right? Let's say you're a health coach. I want to do a healthy eating group course. But why would anybody sign up with you, right? Because there's so many health coaches doing healthy eating group program, or, mind body health group program. So what's going to make you unique? So who are you going to make it for? What makes you unique? Are you plant-based only? And is it plant-based with a focus on healing? Or is it plant-based diet with focus on making it easy for everyday people? You got to start really digging in, and it needs to be authentic to who you are and what you do. But at the same time, you need to figure out a way to really differentiate. That's number one. Number two thing you need is you need to have a presence. What I mean by you need to have a presence is people need to know who you are, right? So you don't just come up with this amazing course and people are like, who is she? Do you know Sia? Like, what's this girl Sia? What? So whether you have a tribe, whether you have a Facebook group, whether you have enough customer base or, collaborators, and you need to have a presence. You need to have a voice. You should have been establishing your presence before you launch your course. Doesn't mean not everyone needs to have a Facebook group with all these people in there. You don't even need a Facebook group if you do have a presence. So you could be an active member in a group of someone else, right? So my coaches all have a huge group. So I could be an active contributor and interactor, and so people know who I am. Once I establish a presence, then you have a presence. You don't necessarily have to have your own group have like 1,000 followers or things, but you need to start establishing a place where you could create a presence and have a presence. Whether you interact and you show up as somebody named CEO is there, and she tends to be a coach, and she tends to share value, and she tends to talk about life and business and intuition stuff. That has to happen. So number one, differentiation. Number two, presence. You need to have a presence. Not when in your little website and having your own, you need to have your website, but in the presence in where your ideal clients are. So if your ideal clients are on Instagram, you need to have a presence in Instagram. If your ideal clients are on Facebook, you need to have a presence in Facebook. If your ideal clients are hanging out in somebody's group, you should have a presence in that group. Number three, and this one may be unexpected for you guys. Third things you need is you need to have your own mindset practice. So before you launch your first group course, you need to have a strong mindset practice to help you deal with this pressure of your group course. Because let me tell you, if you don't, your inner critic and this voices inside your head who always self-sabotage you, make you question, it's going to come up, and it's going to mess with you. It's going to deal with you. You're either going to freak out and stress yourself out and burn yourself out, or you're going to show up really, really like high strong and then pull back. At the first sign of obstacle or rejection, or first sign of no, you may shut down or shut off if you do not have a strong mindset practice. And strong mindset practice is something that continue to work with you on So, managing your energy, right? Keeping yourself in higher vibration, gratitude practice, journaling, knowing what your inner critic voices are so you know how to move through that, right? What your response is when you're stressed out, what kind of belief system you tend to have when you get stressed out or when you feel challenged that self-sabotages you, awareness and mindset practice to help you through the situation before you launch the course. Because I tell you, when you launch the course, all these are going to come up and start challenging you. So it's really important to have some type of established mindset practice, whether that's just gratitude practice every day or, taking a day off every week and doing self-care, whatever it might be. It's different for everyone. So those are the 3 things you need before you launch your group course. And if you don't have any experience, if you're total newbie, your first step should be gaining some experience and traction working with one-on-one clients before you jump into a group course. There are a lot of people who are great creators of program. They could just sit and write and, beautiful workbook and beautiful program and beautiful outline of course. But that's just what it becomes. If you don't have differentiation, if you don't have presence, and if you don't have your mindset practice, you're not going to be able to have a sold out launch. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm also putting out offer right now. I only put it under my own Facebook group, Alpha Female Sisterhood, but I'm going to put that offer out after this week. So this week I'm going to keep it in Alpha Female Sisterhood only, but then I'm going to put the offer next week out to the public. Is your first energetically aligned 0 to sold out launch plan. So if you feel like you're ready to have your group course or launch your group program, I am accepting application to select 3 people that I'd like to help from the ideation to a step-by-step launch plan. So that's going to be my offer to you. If you fill out the application, I'm going to select 3 people and offer a 1-hour 0 to sold out launch plan with you. So that's what I'm going to put on offer for. So look out for a post or a link on that. And if you have any question I could answer, the only comment I got was Rob giving me thumbs up for my Harry Potter books. So anyway, if you have any question, if you after watch your replay, feel free to comment and I'll try to respond to that. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great Monday evening and talk to you guys later. Bye.